Coming to you live from the token machine. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, so I'm doing one of my favorite chill morning pastimes and sipping on some coffee with a lid so that I don't have a disaster in the middle of filming a video, and playing a print and play roll and write. In this case, Coin Pusher Galactic Surge. This is by PNP Arcade, who did Dungeon Pages and Power Creep, kind of a line of fairly similar games, and this one's a little different from those, and it's not brand new. Came out a few months ago. It just kind of was completely under my radar. And then plot twist, PNP Arcade itself doesn't seem to exist anymore, at least not pnparcade.com, the website where you could buy their published print and plays, and other designers could list and kind of do a rev share thing, I'm sure, and sell their print and plays. They shut it down. I'm not sure why, but they've moved on to other things, and their games, including Coin Pusher Galactic Surge, are available on their itch.io page. So you can Google it and find that, I'm sure, if you're interested. I got it there, and I paid $4 American for it. So, stakes are high on this one being good. I'm going to be rolling dice, filling out this sheet, and it's called Coin Pusher because it's inspired by those, I guess you'd call them like arcade machines, those machines that you would put coins into, and maybe there'd be some luck or some timing to where exactly it would sort of fall down through, almost like a peggle type of these pegs, and then it would come in and a little machine would push it forward, and it would end up piling up against all these other coins and cause sort of a domino effect where then coins on the very other side of the platform might end up getting pushed off the edge as a result. And I think depending on the nature of the machine, you'd either get those coins so you could keep playing, or you would get tickets for the arcade prizes or whatever equal to the ones that fell off of there. I really associate it with the racetrack. Sometimes my parents and aunts and uncles, we would do a big family day at like the horse track, and they would bet on the races, and then there were other attractions around the racing grounds, some rides and some arcade machines and stuff. And yeah, I remember begging for money so that I could play more of the Coin Pusher machine, hoping to win those prizes that were like precariously balanced on top of the coins. Never ever did, I don't think, but a boy can dream. So anyway, let's get into it. This isn't going to be like an upfront teach, but I'll explain what's going on as we go. High level, I am just going for as high a score as possible. So if you happen to have this or want to grab this game for $4 and play along, you can see how your score compares with mine and let me know in the comments. I am playing page 3 of 4 different pages, and they actually even have a dotted line down the middle so you can cut them in half and sort of mix and match them, but I am playing like the top and bottom from board number 3. The mechanics are very similar between them. We'll be rolling 3 dice. In fact, I'll just go ahead and roll for my first turn now. 5, 6, 6. Okay, some high numbers. So I am about to choose one to activate one of these aliens, and I'm gonna have to mark off one of their little diamonds here, and then once a given alien has all of its like tractor beam icons marked off, then it starts destroying entire rows of our board. And so we want to avoid that by firing missiles back at them to destroy them before they get to that point. So anyway, one die is going to choose an alien to activate based on these dice next to it. Another die is going to choose a column to use based on the dice on top of the columns. And then finally, the third die is the number that's going to be written in that column. And then within each column, you need to sort of in one direction, either ascending or descending, you need to be like sequential with your numbers. It can also be the same, but so like if I put this 6 at the top of a column, then the next number would have to be a 6 or a 5, or if 7s were on D6 is 7. Like say it's a 3, the next number could be a 2, a 3, or a 4, and then as I keep writing numbers down the column, once I've committed to ascending or descending, I would have to keep doing that. You can't go 3, 2, 3. It would have to be 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, something like that. And then these little rewards, for everything from missiles to some extra coins to some other things, they all are earned by filling in all of the coin spaces above them. And then finally, we'll see how these multipliers at the bottom kind of represent coins like cascading down onto a lower level and earning prizes there. We'll see how that works when we get there. So with my 566, I have no choice but to use one of them to activate this rightmost alien. So I'm going to fill in this first bubble there. Let's say that I used the 6, and then I think I will go ahead and go column 5 and number 6 and put in a 6 right here. Hopefully this is playing okay on camera. These white printed pages on my camera setup always tend to kind of wash out a little bit, but hopefully this is legible enough. There's a lot of very fine pin lines, these circles and things that tend to wash out a little bit. But okay, so we got a 6 here. So the next number will have to be a 6 or a 5. But by starting at one of the extremes, I sort of have plenty of room to descend if that's the direction my numbers come up. So that's sort of my logic there. Then finally, I write that same number into my coin bucket, which marks that one of my limited coins is used. And if I can write the same number in a row 3 times, I get an extra coin of that number for free. Okay, so that was that turn. I am going to roll again and repeat. My score at the end of the game comes from these colored chips, which come from collecting different types of things, filling in pips on this like wheel of prizes, grabbing them at the bottom. Basically, I'm gonna add them all up. Potentially, oh, one of the boards has a mechanism to multiply, like to ×2 your chips. This one doesn't, so I won't be doing that. But I will be adding up any that I earn along the way. And I rolled a 3-2-6, which is a very different roll. I won't be able to continue in column 5 here. And unlike a lot of these games being, I guess, like kind of roll the dice and make selections with them, print and play roll and writes, there's not very much dice manipulation in this. You actually sort of have to just make the best decision you can with what you have, which is always a little ominous. I think my goal is going to be to destroy this rightmost alien as quickly as possible because it only has 2 shield pips. It's the easiest to destroy. So I'm going to use the 6 to activate it. And then let me work towards destroying it, which maybe my best bet is to grab like these missiles, or even if I can grab this, these orange balls, those let me fill in pips on this wheel and earn the rewards here. And one of those rewards is firing a missile. So it seems like going down in this general area is a good way to go. And so I'm gonna go column 3, number 2, and just get that going. And I don't have to go in order in the coin bucket. I don't think. I can write a 2 on a new row, so I can start kind of collecting 2s. Okay, next round, 166. That's a tricky one. I guess I don't know how quickly I'm destroying this ship, so I don't want to max it out. So why don't I use the 1 to activate the leftmost ship, 6 to go with this column, and a 6 that I fill into it. So that's half of that missile earned, and a second 6, so I'm working towards earning a bonus 6. Okay, so yeah, once you get the rhythm of this game, it moves fast. And it's kind of a lot of rounds. Like that was 3 rounds. It's gonna be, I have 21 coins in my bucket to start, and it can earn more. So something like 30 rounds in the game. So it's a good thing that each round moves quickly. 2-2-4. Well, I could throw a 2 in this 4 column pretty well. That would mean activating this alien again, which is a little scary, but I guess I will. So 2 to activate that alien. And then column 4, number 2, to go here. And what I will do is, since I've earned this orbital bonus, I am going to claim a missile and fire it at this rightmost alien. So that's one of its 2 shields down. Okay. Oh, and then I wrote a 2, so I'll put it in my coin bucket. And we will go again. 2-2-3. That works fine, I think. So I'm gonna activate the ship on the left again. Man, I'm gonna need to destroy that next. Okay, I activate it. It's getting filled in fast. And then I have a 3 and a 2. There's a couple directions I could go. I could keep going down this column towards this missile, but I could also get that missile from either here or here, which I could do with a 2 and a 3. Or I could go 3 and put a 2 above this pilot, which is a card that kind of unlocks. I said there was not a lot of dice manipulation, but there is some. The pilot says double a 1, 2, or 3. And now that I'm thinking this through, I'm going to try to destroy the rightmost alien that triggers on 5s and 6s. And so being able to double a 3 to be a 6 and then trigger the destroyed alien kind of gives me like free alien moves. That seems like a great combo. So I will do column 3, number 2. And I can go 2 right there. And then I have filled in a coin bucket with 2. So I get a bonus 2. And I'll just put it right over here and unlock that pilot right now. So just put like a little circle there. I can do that once per round, double a 1, 2, or 3, which if I'm doubling 3s will help me trigger this alien once it's destroyed. So I like that play. 2, 3, 4. Well, I could do that right now, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna double a 3 to a 6, trigger this alien, and then column 4, number 2, to keep going with 2s down this column towards that missile. So I'm going to start a new rows of 2 in my coin bucket. I'm surprised I've only written 2s and 6s so far. I guess that's all you need is because you can keep using the same number all the way down a column. Why not? Just 2 and 6 your way there. Okay. One, 3, 5. Well, it's not a gimme to unlock or to use the right alien yet because I haven't destroyed it quite yet. So I think I can destroy it here though. If I use a 3, activate this middle alien, and then column 1, number 5, I'm gonna write a 5 right here, start a new row for 5s in my coin bucket, and that is going to fire this missile destroying this alien. We can, to the extent that my pen shows up over this color printing, scribble that out. So that alien cannot destroy columns, and also I believe I can choose 5s and 6s as my alien die freely, and it won't advance anything. So destroying an alien early seems like the key to not having half your board blown up, I think. Okay, I went ahead and wrote that 5 in my coin bucket. Okay. 2, 5, 6. Well, pretty easy to trigger the right alien with that 5 or 6. But then what would I do with... So yeah, I'll do a 5 for the alien, nothing bad happens. A 2 for the column and a 6. I'll put the 6 here this time. And that earns me another orbital bonus. I could start saving up for some extra coins or points or fire another missile. I kind of think if I can also destroy the leftmost one, then I'm like good on missiles. I won't need to I think you don't need to destroy all the aliens. Although you do get points for doing it, huh? There's a 3-point chip here and 5-point chips next to these aliens. So that is a thing. But sure, I'll just take the other missile and make 1 hit on the leftmost one. And then I wrote a 6. Oh, so that's my third 6, which means I get a bonus 6. Let's put it... I think I'm gonna continue to work my way down this column and work towards these 3 5s that you earn. You get to just place 3 5s right away if you can earn that. I'll do that, and then let's put a check mark there so that I don't question later whether I got my free coin from those 6s. All right. 1, 1, 4. Okay, this is fine. I am going to use a 1 to activate the alien, and then column 4 here, I can write a 1 right here. I basically, just because this prize takes up all that, I just continue past it. So this is a descending sequence, that's fine. I'll write a 1 in the coin bucket. And then I've put a 1 above this times 3. I get to write 3 ones down in this bottom section. This is what represents like the coins cascading down to kind of a lower platform of the machine. If you've played them, you can kind of picture what I mean, I'm sure. So I get to write 3 ones down here, and there are some limits to where they can go. They need to fit the categories listed here. So like on the left here, they can be any value. Middle has to be even, or this section has to be even, this section has to be 4 or higher, this section has to be odd, and this section has to be ordered. That's like the same rules as the top, where they have to be kind of in a sequence going up or down. So down here, there's a lot more missiles to collect. Almost so many that I kind of regret using my wheel on them, but you know, destroying an alien fast is also worthwhile. And then finally, there's these toys that it's a set collection thing. You get more points depending on how many of them you've collected. And so I throw 3 ones down here, huh? And it can only basically go in the odd or any or ordered sections. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to grab those missiles. That's 2 missiles, so that's gonna finish off this ship and put a hit on the middle one. Maybe we'll end up destroying that too. Seems good. This booster to add 2 to a die result, I actually don't know that. I already can double die results. I don't know that that's a priority for me. So why don't I just snag this big alien toy with a 1 and a 1. And so that is earned, and that'll be worth points equal to the number, or based on this kind of row of chips and the number that I collect. It's weird. My understanding is that these are not, it's not 2 plus 3 plus 3, it's the highest number you earn, which is, this is a weird point track, right? Because therefore that one was kind of worth 2 points for me. The next one is only worth 1 more point. The one after that is worth nothing because it goes 2, 3, 3, and then 5, 10 after that. It's funny, it's like I see that they're kind of trying to have those point chips only exist in certain denominations, like only 2s, 3s, 5s, and 10s, which kind of makes them a little bit like, you know, the ticket prize items you might find in one of these machines. But it's a weird progression where like maybe the time to stop is just now or after my second toy instead of all 5. Or instead of going for 5 and not making it there, because then suddenly you've just wasted time. It's an odd one. Okay, let's keep rolling. 1, 2, 4. So it's now it's completely safe to do the one or the 2 on the leftmost alien. So I should probably do that. I'm already looking at my coin bucket starting to fill up, as I would rather kind of have a row going for each number. And so this plus that can earn me some extra plays looks pretty good. So I'll do a 1 for the alien. Nothing happens because I've destroyed the 1 and 2 alien. Column 2 and number 4. I'm going to put a 4 right here, and that's going to earn some extra plays. So I'm just going to cross out that little lock icon that I'm sure was not visible on camera. And now this row of extra plays, I can put coins in. So I've functionally just earned 3 extra turns. And I do need to put a 4 in my coin bucket, so I'll put it there. 1, 4, 6. Okay, I could continue the 4s down that column. I also could use a 4 in this one column to go 5, 4 and kind of continue making my way down there. I think I like that. Okay, so I will use the 6 to activate an alien that is destroyed, and column 1, number 4. I'm gonna make my way down that column and throw another 4 there. We've almost earned a free 4. 2, 2, 4. All right, well, one of those 2s can definitely activate the leftmost alien, which is destroyed. And then, sure, I guess we'll go 2, 4, and I'll write a 4 here. So that continues down that column, works towards earning 3 extra 2s, and that's my third 4. I get a bonus 4. I'll put it here, continuing down that column. Okay. 2, 4, 6. 6. I can complete this column with 2s. I think I like it. I will use the 6 on an alien, 4 for the column, and 2 to put a 2 here and in my coin bucket. And then that it has a ×2, so 2 2s cascade down. I'm gonna throw them in this even value area, and I think I will just put them here and get that toy. Now I have 2 toys, so that's 3 points. And a missile, and I've almost destroyed the middle alien and just don't have to worry about them at all anymore, which seems good. I actually don't, like, I'm having no trouble selecting one of the 2 aliens that is destroyed as it is, but I guess I get 5 points for destroying it, which this is not a super high scoring game. So that seems fine. Okay. We go again. 2 3 4. So if I want to keep my 2s going and to get a bonus 2 from the coin bucket, I could put that like in a column 3, which would mean using a number 4. That seems fine. Number 4, so that does activate this alien, but I have several more activations before it destroys anything. Column 3, number 2 is going to put a 2 here, and in my coin bucket, earning an extra 2, which, sure, I will just go ahead and drop it here, using this missile to destroy this final alien. And so missiles no longer serve any purpose. And there's a lot of fairly easy ones to get down here, which makes me feel like maybe I over-invested in beelining for them, because I destroyed the aliens with several kind of turns worth of buffer left on them that I didn't utilize. Yeah, that might not have actually been great play, but you know, sometimes you don't play perfectly in arcade games. 2 4 1. Okay, so I basically just have to throw away a dice for the alien phase now, right? Because they are all destroyed. So I can just use 2 of these. I could go, wow, column 4s are done. Okay, so that's the one I'll throw away for the alien. So I have a 2 and a 1. This is starting to be not very flexible. Here's what I can do, column 1, and use my pilot card to double the 2 to a 4 and put it here. And I think then 4 is the number that I've used for the purposes of the coin bucket. And I finish this column, I'm gonna cascade down 3 more 4s. So I'm starting to look at scoring more points. I think that I can, like with 1, 2, 3, I think that I can get 3 of these orbital bonus balls and get this 10 points off the wheel. So I think that's what I wanna do. So I'm gonna put a 2 here, get that, and I'm gonna fill in a pip next to this 10. So I'm saving up for the 10 pointer. And I can, where else do I wanna throw those? Do I care about gaining more toys? I was just saying that 2 toys is sort of a number that is a fine place to stop bothering. Yeah, I think I kind of want to maybe continue down with these 2s, just continue down towards these points. There's 6 points here if I can fill in both these columns, and if I go 2, 2, then all I need is a 1 or a 2 there. And that's gonna do it. That'll get me those 6 points. So that seems good. Okay, we go. Wait, I'm sorry, those were 4s, huh? I just realized I finished, I had 2s on the brain for some reason. Those should all be 4s. That doesn't change anything about that move. They just should all say 4. Just to have that be correct. Okay, here we go. 3 4 4. Well, we don't like column 4s up here, so we're looking at the 3s. The 3s we can't write in. Oh, this is getting tricky fast. Okay, so we probably need to double a 3 to a 6 to give us some new places to go. Wild, okay. So we'll throw away a 4 for the aliens, double a 3 to a 6, and put a 4 here in this column 6. That's about the only legal play we can make. It's getting tricky. All right, but that is a 4 then in our coin bucket. Can earn a bonus pretty soon. Oops, forgot to roll that in the tray, but that was 4 4 6. That's fine. I will throw away a 4, go column 6, right in a 4, and there's a ball here, and I'm not sure whether you need to have earned the bonus above it with that column in order to get it. I'm thinking not, because you just have to fill up the column to that point, and this is not like filled in. So I'm gonna claim it. I am not 100% sure if that's the right rule. But then I'm going to write a 4 here, and I get a bonus 4. I guess I will finish this column. That cascades down 2 more 4s. Where can I dump some 4s? These columns mostly don't have to follow the order rule. So like these are even. I could work my way down towards scoring these points. I guess I'll do that. I could go like a 4 and a 4, and then 2 more even numbers will complete those columns and score those point chips. Okay. Oh, I took my bonus 4, right? I'll do that. 4, 6, 6. Oh man, I'm getting tired of these 4s. But that's fine. I can throw away a 4, and then column 6, number 6. I can write a 6 right here. This is going to start my last row of coins with a 6. So I need to earn some more extra coins, which I can do right there, or from the wheel, but that's not where I've been putting my pips. Okay. This earns 2 wild, so I can cascade down 2 coins, and they can be any value I want. And so why don't I actually use that opportunity to put a 1 down here, because it has to be ordered, so it had to be a 1 or a 2. And that's going to get me those 6 points worth of chips. And then I'll also make progress over here, just putting like, I don't know, a 6 in there, because it just has to be an even value. So I just need 1 more even number down there to also score those chips. Seems good. Yeah, we're getting down to the end game. There's starting to be a lot of dice I could roll that would not have valid plays. 2, 3, 3. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, that seems solid. I can throw away a 3, use a 3 to write a 2, and that's good in both 3 columns. And both of them result in 3 coins cascading down. So, oh, the one annoying thing is I don't have a row going in my coin bucket of 2s. So I'm gonna have to sabotage a row. That's okay. I don't really want to write a lot more 6s, so I'll sabotage this. Writing a 2, I don't know, here, that's going to cascade down 3 more 2s, and so I can put a 2 here, score those coins, and I think I will use some 2s to just gain this orbital bonus ball and make sure that I score those 10 points for filling in that section of the wheel. Okay, getting down to it. 5, 1, 4. Okay, I see a play with the pilot card, because I've been eyeing, I want to make sure to get this extra coin row here. And so I can use the pilot card to double my 1 to make it a 2, and use column 2. And then I can write number 5 there. And that goes in a row of the coin bucket that I had a 5 in already, so that's perfect. And it unlocks this extra play coin. So another row unlocked. We can keep going a little longer. Let's go again. 1, 6, 3. That's not the worst, actually. I can use column 6, number 3 right here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Column 6, number 3. And that's going to cascade down 2 3s. So those are odd values. They could finally go into this odd section. But I'm kind of eyeing this any value area with some more points I can earn pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll put in a 3 and a 3. And now I'm just any number away from 6 more points worth of chips there. Oh, and the 3 I wrote in. Okay, that's going to have to go into my miscellaneous row, I guess. 2, 5, 6. That's fine. Feed a 2 to the aliens. Column 5, number 6 can go here. And that's going to earn me 3 4s to write down below. So I'm going to write that number 6 here. And then this dice bonus says, immediately fill in this die value 3 times on level 2. So I'm writing, so it doesn't care about what I wrote. This one gives me 4s. So that is going to write 3 more 4s on level 2. So I'll finish this any value section, score those 6 points worth of chips. And what else do I want to work towards? There's another Oh, there's only one more bonus ball, and I can't complete anything else on the wheel. They all take 2 pips. So maybe I didn't plan that perfectly. There's no reason to grab that, other than there's some points down there. So I think I'm gonna work on this ordered section and go for these 8 points. Seems pretty good. Actually, there's 5 points down here that doesn't take quite as much effort. I'm gonna throw those 4s into here and work down towards that. Also, by the way, there are similar bonus scoring for the cards and the dice bonuses that work very similar to the toys. It goes 2, 3, 3, 5, 10. So I'm moving up that track when I gain the dice bonuses also, which is nice. 3, 5, 6. Okay. I can, oh, column 3 here, that's not a number. There's no number I can put there. I can definitely continue down this 5 column, writing 6s, working my way down. I think that seems good. So column 5, number 6, and that puts a 6 on a 6 row. Great, I'm getting down to the end though. 6, 2, 1. All right. These are not great numbers. These are not very good numbers at all. Column 2 can only have a 5 or 4 in it because of the order rule, so that's not a valid play, and the other column 2 is full, so we're not doing column 2. Column 6 is full, so we have to do this column 1. That's the only valid column. And then I guess I'll go ahead and write a 6 in it because that will complete this row and get me a bonus 6. There we go. I like that though, because then I can write that 6 here. It cascades 3 6s down. And what did I say I was working on? This even value section. I can go 6, 6, score those 5 points. I also got this missile, but everything's already destroyed. And I have one more 6 I can write. Let's work towards... Is there anything I'm realistically gonna get? I guess I could realistically get these 2 coins, and or these 2 toys, and that's points. So sure, I'll put a 6 above this one, score that. My understanding of the scoring is that getting my 3rd toy takes me from 3 to 3, and it's not worth anything. Awkward, but that's fine. I might check when we get to final scoring, I'll double check the rules that it's not cumulative. That would make more sense if it's 2 plus 3 plus 3, but I'm pretty sure when I read the rules before it wasn't. All right, 1, 3, 4. So we've established that column 3s, oh no, there is room in column 3. Column 4s are done, so we're not doing column 4. We could do column 3 and write a 1 there. Yeah, that seems like the play actually, because column 3 gets a 1. I can put it in my bucket there, and that continues that row. And then also 3 1s cascade down. That will grab, I can just throw them in this any value section. That's gonna grab me a number of things. This toy, this booster, which is a card towards the end game scoring, and it lets me add 2 to a die result, and it got me these 2 points at the bottom of the column. So that was all pretty damn good. Okay. Only 2 coins left. 4, 5, 3. Well, a 5 is one I can fill in for a bonus, so that's nice. But I can't go in column 4 and can't go in column 3. It has to be column 5. All right. So this is kind of trash. These numbers are bad. I will just oh well, here we go. I can go column 5. Use the booster to add 2 to a 3, making this a 5, which at least finishes a row of coins for a bonus. And I'm gonna write that 5, I guess here, and we will see about scoring some extra dice down there with that. If there's anywhere that those can even really be converted to points, we will see. Okay. And 4, 2, 1. Column 2 needs a high number. Needs a 4 or a 5. Oh, so 4 could go in column 2. Okay, so that's a valid play at least. In column 1, I would have to add 2 to the 4 and write a 6. That would be fine. I'm looking for a play that matters very much. I'm not seeing one. Well, let's see. Okay. No, no, I don't. So like I can go column 1, add 2 to 4 to make it a 6, put a 6 in here. Yeah, even I was seeing a couple things that would let me like place a 1. I think, wait, no, maybe not to get the extra 1. I could have put the 4 here, gotten a wild and fill 1 wild number in on the next level, but I just don't see a place for it. So I'm gonna let the game end. I'm gonna spend my last coin. That's it. We just need the sip of coffee we need to add up our score. Oh, and you know what? I'll check the scoring rule and cut it out. One sec. Okay, it is the wonky scoring I feared it was. Like 2 toys is worth 3 points and 3 toys is also worth 3 points. Can't explain it, but that's how that is. So anyway, let's add this up. Final score, we have a little area here to add it up. So points from ships, 553 is 13. Points from toys, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 toys, so that's gonna be the 4th one up is 5 points. Cards and dice bonuses, I got 2 cards and a dice bonus, so 3rd on the track, yeah, so that's 3 points. I got kind of like screwed by that scoring system. Point chips, so that would be the circled ones down here at the bottom, and I think from the wheel, so that's 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 2 is 18, plus 5 is 23, plus 6 is 29. And then there's an additional here. Maybe that's where the wheel is supposed to go. That's also where on the boards where you can like double or put some multiplier on your score, you use that. So I think I have nothing there. And I am just adding this up. 13 and 5 is 18, plus 3 is 21, plus 29 is an even 50, right? 21 and 29, yeah. Yeah, that's 50. Okay, well, it's a pleasingly round score. The game does have kind of a scoring rubric, and I believe 50 is pretty high on it. It's very simple. It has tiers from like 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, something like that. I didn't think to bring the rules to have them in front of me for this. So score 50. If you've picked up Coin Pusher and played along with me there, I'd love to know how you compared. It's fine. I think this game is fine. I like the puzzle fine. I think there's some wonkiness to the scoring and to the way the aliens work. It's a little anticlimactic, I think, that you just like destroy the aliens and then that kind of, then you no longer have to worry about one of your 3 dice. Like it's just choose 2 of the 3 to play with. The 3rd one is just fed to the aliens and is thrown away. So the game almost, the game de-escalates, right? The tension dissolves as the game goes on if you successfully defeat the aliens, which at least on this board was not that hard. I will say I played once off camera, and the aliens did destroy like 3 of my columns before I could blow them up, and that was a big deal. Losing entire columns where you can put coins is massively painful to your score. I think I ended up with a similar score though, because I got like all the toys and all the bonuses and got 10 points from each of those categories instead of 3. That's a lot of points, it turns out. So yeah, it's an interesting puzzle with some wonkiness. My understanding also, and maybe it has to do with how successful the game is, which I have no concept of, but they do expect to make, like, it's called Coin Pusher Galactic Surge, with Galactic Surge being the name for like this version of this motif. And they would eventually put out games in the Coin Pusher system with different themes. And since Galactic Surge, since these aliens attacking the board were such a part of the theme here, I would expect those to be completely swapped out for something else on a future board. So that would be really interesting to see. But also, I mentioned at the beginning, I have kind of fond memories of those Coin Pusher machines, and I don't know if this nails it. Like, choosing which columns put your coins in, and then eventually they cascade down sort of because you complete a column, but then getting to choose where they go following certain rules. Like, I get why you need to do all those things to make it a thoughtful puzzle, but it's like, it's not like the Coin Pushers, right? They have a lot more chaos. It's like, I don't know, you have barely any control over those. Like, frankly, they are like games of total luck. As like, when you put your coin in, does that happen to be the time that the previous player left it with a bunch of coins ready to cascade down? So it's like, yeah, you gotta do something to make this a little bit more of a puzzle, a little bit more thinky, and not a luck-based game. But also, I didn't feel like that captured the flavor very well. I'm interested to try in this era of tons of roguelikes, basically the Balatro clone era, where they're taking everything from like blackjack to slot machines and making it Balatro style, high scores, fireworks, roguelikes. There's one of those, I think it's in that style, that Balatro style where you're going for huge scores. It's called a Racoin, I think, and it's a coin pusher roguelike video game. So I'm interested to try that and see how that scratches my itch for that like childhood nostalgia for the coin pusher compared to this. Because while this was neat, it's not a coin pusher game, right? It's a Sudoku adjacent puzzle, and maybe that's just the best you can do on a roll and write. So maybe roll and write is just not the format, not the medium that I'm looking for that nostalgia to come through. But I don't know. It's cool. It's definitely not something I've seen done on tabletop. So I'll give it that. It's a unique theme, and I think that that's super cool. And with that, I'm going to call it. If you haven't subscribed to Optimal Play, we're a channel primarily focused on playthroughs. Sometimes it's me playing solo games, checking out stuff like this. Sometimes, most of the time, it's me and friends, and we have beers and banter and have a great time playing games. So I hope you check out the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next video. Until then, be optimal.